Hi YouTube! So I have a book review. This is called The Dogs of Babel, and it was a national bestseller. It's by Carolyn Parkhurst. I'm going to just bring it right up here so you can see. Now, in this book, you are going to read about a man who is a linguist. He's a linguist professor, and his wife, right at the start of the novel, like right at the very beginning, dies. So that's not like a spoiler alert thing, it's like a page one thing. It's like, oh, okay, so she's dead. And the whole story is about this man trying to figure out if the way she died was an accident or if she killed herself. And his dog, and her dog, is a Rhodesian Ridgeback, and the dog was the only witness to know if she jumped or if she fell, basically. And he, being a linguist professor, decided to take on a new challenge. He had heard about people getting dogs to talk, to speak, and he decided to try to make his dog speak and be able to tell him what happened. And it goes through these twists and turns where he kind of starts being kind of crazy to most people. People are like, you're depressed, you're a little nuts, you're not going to get your dog to talk. And he goes as far as contacting this man who ended up going to jail for dog mutilation because the guy was trying to like get surgery to dogs' jaws and things and their vocal cords to make them able to speak. And so that guy's in jail, and the professor contacts him about his research, and the guy in jail's like, well, here's this group of people that maybe you should hook up with, and he does. And that's kind of like the climax of the book, is where he's at this meeting and the cops show up. I'm not going to tell you like what happens from there, other than he does sort of come to a conclusion about his wife's death, and his dog gets put through a lot more trauma than is necessary, but it also makes him appreciate the dog a little bit more. The thing I can say about this novel is that it is not a happy beach read. It is definitely a more, I was going to say mellow, but it's not more mellow. It's very sad, depressing. It talks about suicide in this book. It talks about death a lot in this book. Not even like in relation to the woman, but like in other aspects. And it talks about, you know, like I said, animal mutilation and loneliness and things. So it's a very like kind of sad read, but definitely a good book. But don't expect it to be like a chick flick kind of book where you go and it's like, ooh, this is chick lit, yay, she's shopping in purses and boys. No, no, no. Let me read to you, like I like to do, the back of the book. It says, somebody quoted on the back saying, a searing portrait of grief that's also a love story and an engrossing mystery. Joanna Smith Rakoff said that. It says, this exuberantly praised bestseller, one of the year's most admired and enjoyed fiction debuts, tells the story of a man's quest to solve the mystery of his wife's death with the help of the only witness, their dog. Lorelei is the name of the dog. Written with a quiet elegance and a profound knowledge of love's hidden places, The Dogs of Babel is a work of astonishing and lasting power, a story of marriage, survival, and devotion that lies too deep for words. Elegant, ingenious, original, charming, touching novel, wonderful, compelling characters, staggering emotional, delight, original, clever, enormously engaging, emotional, intellectual level. Yeah, you do want to keep reading it. You're like, oh, what happens, what happens? And it's not the longest book ever, which is good. You know, like 250 pages or so. This book was... Where's the copyright? Like 2003, give or take. So, yeah, The Dogs of Babel. Highly recommend checking that book out. It is a good read, not necessarily a happy one, but it is, again, like I said in the back of the book, stimulating and intelligent and things like that. Before I leave, quickly, I do just want to tell the folks who will ask in the comments about my makeup. I've been wearing this all day since 8 a.m. It's now 7 p.m. And it's Estee Lauder, pretty much totally. They have a line called Double Wear, and that stuff stays on like you wouldn't believe. The foundation, I'm not using this one, but this is the Double Wear Light foundation. Oops. There you go. I'm wearing the original Double Wear. This one's just a little sheerer version, but I do like the thicker version for fuller coverage when I need it. And let's see. Eyebrows are by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is her little compact. It's like 30 bucks for this. You could actually just use a regular eyeshadow. This is the medium ash, medium brown color. I just looked at the camera and I was like, oh my gosh, am I not filming all of that I just did? Yes, I am. Double Wear Concealer by Estee Lauder. I use 01 Light. My mascara today is Estee Lauder's Lash Primer, which is one of the best lash primers out there. And then, and if you don't know what a lash primer is, Google it. It's white, and then you put on your mascara over it. I use Dior Show Iconic. I find Iconic can be a little clumpy at times because so much product comes out in the brush, but it lifts and it gives me a lot of lashes. Anyways, the palette is the one that I showed in a previous video, the Blue Dahlia palette, which basically has colors similar to this, like a green, blues, dark blue, black. And then I used gel liner by Estee Lauder, with a an angle brush to do the wings. They're okay. Estee Lauder's Bronze Goddess. It's like one of the most famous bronzers ever. There's a shimmer bronzer, and they also make a, wow, that's pretty dirty. They also make a soft matte bronzer. I like the matte one, because I'm so fair, the matte one comes out really nice. Look at it, it's kind of shiny now. Getting a little shine, you know, in the T-zone, but not bad. I do use Estee Lauder's Double Matte Oil Control Pressed Powder in 01 Light after I put on my foundation. See, I've used it a lot. And that one keeps the shine down pretty darn well. I used a mixture of blushes today. And the lip color, I just quickly threw on Prescriptive's Tint Balm over an old Estee Lauder color. I had used their, well, it's a new Estee Lauder color. Oh no, where'd it go? But I had been wearing it for a while, so it was like off. It's called Raspberry Pop. It's pure color lip gloss that they just came out with. The wands on these, fabulous. Anyways, that was my review of the book. Quick thing about the makeup, and I'll see y'all later.